Kevin. Somebody asked, when did you first realize you had a gift you couldn't explain, and did it scare you?
It didn't scare me. I don't think I have like a superpower, it's a gift, but it's not like a spooky gift or something like extraordinary.
Okay.
But so when I started like dating coaching, I felt like I knew stuff I wasn't supposed to know. Like I didn't get the information from that person, but I was kind of tapping into something. First of all, I didn't want to coach. I did not want to make people pay.
I remember, like, it was so hard.
Yeah.
For you to get that courage to talk to people on the phone.
Yeah, it was a lot. I didn't want to coach. I didn't want to charge people to talk to me. I felt like that was kind of disrespecting whatever gift I did have.
Right.
But I didn't really know like the limits of whatever ability I had to help people. I knew I was gifted to a degree, or I had a skill. I thought it was a skill. I didn't realize I was dealing with a gift. And so once you finally convinced me to start taking calls, it was a challenge at first to do that. But on my first, 5 or 10 calls, I would sit in silence for probably 30 minutes before the call. Like I had to get into my mood. I had to make sure I was as sharp as I could be, because I didn't realize it was just there. As one of my coworkers used to tell me, it's on tap. You don't need to try it. It's your thing. It's what you do. And I didn't know that. So I was like really focused and trying to meditate and get myself in a good position, which is still a good practice to have. But I think one time I was on a call with someone, and we were having a complex conversation about the dynamics in her family and the things that were happening in her home. And before she had told me exactly what was happening in her home, I told her. And it wasn't just like some random general, well, you're not feeling each other, things aren't going well. It was very specific to behavioral patterns, personality types. I didn't realize how specific I had been until she regurgitated it back to me. Like, did I talk to you before? Like, have we spoken? I was like, nah, I just started these calls. Trust me, it was a challenge. I just started these calls. She's like, no, but you just described not only his behavior to a T, but his personality and what he did last week. Like you know stuff you're not supposed to know that like no one's told you yet. And so like that was like the moment that I realized maybe this has nothing to do with my ego or me trying to be good at something or trying to be helpful. This is just what I'm doing.
Working in your purpose.
And it's working in my purpose. And like I said, it happened over and over to the point to where I was talking to my brother about it, and he was like, man, you might be channeling. And I was like, I don't think I'm channeling. Like now I'm thinking, damn, am I keeping spirits? Or like, am I, tapping into something? Is this wrong? Is this nefarious that I know these things? And that's when it got a little bit intimidating, because I didn't know where the information was coming from. But I know I've always felt like that. Like as a child, I knew the Bible. I knew the contents of the Bible. I knew the background and proper interpretations of the Spirit and the Word of God before I opened the pages and knew the book. I've known stuff that was never privileged to the information or the conversation since I was a little kid. I've always had those deeper understandings, and so for me, it was just I thought I was just getting lucky or guessing correctly until I started having these conversations, until I started doing coaching. And over and over and over, I would have conversations with people, and they would just stop me in my tracks like, yo, who's telling you this? And I was discovering in real time, oh, this is a thing I'm doing, and I don't like it's a gift. I don't have control over I'm not trying to be like on point. Like a lot of times coaches in general will attempt to impress you with their intellect or impress you with how smart they are or things of that nature. And it was always a big project of mine, personally, not to become an ego, not to try to help people through my ego, but really help them with, my purpose of being an empath, of being a good Samaritan, of having good intentions, of really caring about their situation and leading with that intention, a godly intention. And so that was a little bit scary. I was impressed by myself, but also afraid that now because I like this thing, that I'll become a big ego about it, and then it'll walk away from me, or I'll some way or another corrupt it. And so the challenge for me has always been to acknowledge the gift that I have. In subsequent years, obviously, is to acknowledge the gift that I have without it getting in front of me or becoming a thing that I'm trying to peddle or sell to people. But I discovered that during my calls, is that I'm privileged to information not previously told to me. And I also have this gift of like knowing what people need before they know that's what they need. Like a person might call me, or I'll call them, they'll book a call, and they don't really know why they booked the call, right? So they were moved to book a call for whatever reason. And in explaining what's going on in their lives or their relationships or at work or whatever that dynamic it might be, they don't necessarily get to any discernible point. But somehow or another, I download it, and it's more of a feeling that the God's not talking to me like, tell them this, my child, like that. But for whatever reason, there's this very deeply connected feeling I have that articulates its way from me, that I essentially can explain to them what they need without them having even told me. A lot of times people reach me from a deep place of confusion, right? Disappointment, despair, confusion, and I can create clarity in that confusion, even if I don't know them and have that background. And so, that's a huge part of what I've learned that I'm capable of when I'm balanced, when I'm well taken care of, is somehow the empathic way to decide or determine what a person's needs are, and then help them make sense of that. And then, like I said, I'm privileged to information that I don't know where I got it from.
You're also really good at bringing to light people's gifts.
That's another one that
because there's when we first met, you was just highlighting everything. I'm like, I have never heard this before, but it was on point with everything. And it's you can really break down, and people will be because it's you don't realize that's what you're bringing to the world. And when you really you can really look at a person and be like, these are your gifts, this is what you bring, you're great at this, you're great at that, and people really don't realize it until somebody brings it to their attention.
So I used to think this is how I used to kind of summarize it. I used to think that I was just really good at giving compliments. That's all it was to me. It's I give really good compliments. That's how I assigned it to myself. And then I started realizing that I wasn't just giving people compliments, I was telling them what their spiritual assignment was. And again, it took some maturity, it took a little bit of woo-woo knowledge and understanding. But I realized that my compliments aren't I do give a lot of compliments. Hey, your nails look good. Hey, your hair look good. I try to just spread that positivity. But I realized that there's a pattern of me seeing gifts in people that they don't necessarily see in themselves. And it's obvious to me, it's blaring. It's literally their identity to me. But for them, they've never heard it. Even last week when we see my cousin I haven't seen in years. And I was just telling him how he affects the room, how he affects the world, how I've always seen him, how I've always measured him spiritually. He was so taken back. He was so shocked that these are things that people pick up about him, but it was a compliment that he had never heard. It was a part of his identity that he had never personally assigned to himself, but it resonated with him. Immediately he saw that in himself and was just and you could see him accept that assignment to be the light in the room. And coming from a place jail or prison, that's a huge deal. That could be a life changer if you've accepted that as your assignment, as opposed to.
But I feel everybody, how people always expect people to love the way that they love. It's you expect yourself from other people, but everybody has a gift to love or bring love into the world in a different way. And everybody has their own gifts. And so just appreciating that everybody has that individuality and that gift, and just realizing that this is what you bring to the world is like important.
Yeah, and I think that's my favorite.
And not knowing it.
Yeah. And
then being able to like reveal it to people.
Yeah. Like, I think that's the funnest gift.
Yeah.
Because like if and now I'm ass kissing myself. I'm so gifted. Right. But of the three main gifts I've discerned I have, I think that is my favorite, is because you can watch in real time people discover their own value. Because
I'm thoughtful.
Yeah.
But I thought that was just something that everybody has. Like, I thought that was just like, why aren't you doing that? Like, it's common sense. Like,
Yeah.
But no, that's like my thing.
Yeah. What was funny? When I revealed, and I revealed to you, when I told you about, like, you are a creative genius. That's your gift. And you always tell me, like, I'm trying to find a passion. I wish I had a passion. You always said, I wish I had a passion. I wish I had this.
I wish I knew what I was supposed to be doing.
Right. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're like you're a creative genius. That's what your gift is. And you're like, well, what do you mean? Like, you literally can take anything and magnify it and make it 10 times better. Whatever little piddly shit I create, you were like, oh, that's a really great idea. And by the time you're done with it, it's a masterpiece. And you can do that with everything. You can draw. It's
so hard when like you're doing these things that's natural to you, or there's nothing like anybody can. Yeah, like it's so hard to like be like, this is something that everybody has.
Yeah.
Because you're doing it, and like people come to me all the time and ask me, can you do this for me? Like my sister texted me the other day, can you help me? Here's my prescription for my contacts. Can you like show me how to get contacts and do all this stuff? And I'm like, all you gotta do is, but it's like all those little technical things. I'm like, anybody can do. That's easy stuff. Like there's so many people better than that. But it's not just
technical though. Like, it's creative, it's technical, it's mechanical. Like, you have every ability. Like, you're the most skilled person I've ever met. Besides your dad. Like, you are your father's child.
But people come to me like a magnet. Yeah. Like, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do that? I'm like
just so y'all, like, she can draw, she can write, she can sing, she can create websites, she can program, she can she can create concepts. She has a business mind, she has a creative mind, she has a mechanical mind, she can fix shit around the house. Like, she has every single skill set. Some people are good with their hands, right? Some people are creative.
Yeah.
Some people are vocalists, they're talented musically. You literally have every gift. And because you don't have one gift that you think is like so amazing,
right?
You don't have one thing that you've done to a professional level. You always say, oh man, I really wish I had a gift. I really wish I had a passion. And that's not your gift is not supposed to be one thing. Your specific gift, you're like, what's the X-Men that is like, she's the most powerful X-Men, Rogue, I think. Where like she is more powerful than all the other X-Men. You're kind of like her, is like, you're all powerful, but you're the X-Man who can absorb other people's powers.
Yeah.
You have every power. Anything that you observe, you can actually pick up and do. And that's the gift.
Right.
And that's rare. Like, I can only do what I can do. Like, I can talk to people. I'm an empath. I'm very helpful. I do have some spiritual stuff. We talked about what I can do for people. You, on the other hand, can do it all. Oh, she's a medium.
I don't know about that.
No, stop. So that, again, we're talking about your gift of being good at everything.
I definitely have psychic dreams.
She has psychic dreams. She can read people. She literally seen into our past lives. She can read past lives. She can read energy. She can read spiritual. Like, you are spiritually, your gifts are very heavy, but you've just not put a lot of practice into them, because Parenthood digs into that. But like, if you wanted to focus on one gift, you're powerful enough spiritually to where you could create a living, if not create a legacy of helping people spiritually.
Right.
But again, you have every gift. That's your gift.
I'll say the gift that I feel like is the most powerful for me, that I connect with the most, is probably my dreams.
Yeah, prophetic dreams.
Yes, but the only thing is, like, they're not always good dreams.
Like important, or you talk like,
or there's like, it also bring good energy. Like you always know something's coming that's bad. It's like a warning.
Yeah. The warning dreams are ominous, threatening.
And so it's not like, oh my God, I had this great dream. This is gonna happen. Like no, some shit's coming.
Some shit.
And
we've seen some weird, very specific things like through her dream.
I knew my dad was going to pass 6 months before he passed.
Yep, told him multiple times.
Told him the whole
this thing.
And I had like 3 dreams before I told him, because I was like, okay, this is like, you know the difference, because it comes with that feeling. And so I was like, I have to tell him. So I ended up telling him, and what was it, like a couple months later, he ended up in the hospital.
Yep.
And then
you gave him all the warnings. You could do
and then I knew it was going to happen before Christmas. I was like, he's not going to make it to Christmas. He died December 1st.
Yeah. So your prophetic dreams are wild. Like,
I feel like that one was on point the most.
Yeah. But you have them all the time. We're learning how to like listen to them, and understand them. I believe in her gift a lot more than she does. Again, because you never see it in yourself. So I always, when she says, "Oh, I had a dream," I'm like, "Huh? What dream? What?" I'm taking notes.
I know the difference.
Yeah.
Like I knew when COVID was going to happen, because I had that dark feeling. Remember I told you we were trapped in the house?
Yep.
Yeah. And it was like a darkness.
That's why when people say, like, guys are talking about, they talk to their friend, they talk to this person. Like, I just talked to my wife. Like, it sounds like I'm just saying some sucker shit. Like, I'm just soft. I just talked to my wife. Like, no, dude. I whatever my wife says, that's what I believe. Like, that's, if my wife say no, she don't feel it. She don't like you, I ain't fucking with you. If she don't trust you, I ain't fucking with you. If she don't believe it's a good situation, I'm not going. Like, because spiritually, you're as gifted. I have a gift of seeing into other people and reading into other people's situation. You have a gift of seeing, like I said, it's like omnidirectional. You can do everything. You can see in so many different directions, and I think your spiritual gifts are really just surfacing, because we're finally getting to a place to where we're acknowledging our gifts, right? Which is the key. A lot of people are gifted and they have to learn how to acknowledge their gifts, and they don't believe in their gifts. You're still at that point to where you doubt your gifts, and I believe in them more than you do, because I see them, and I've talked to 5,000 people. I know the difference between a person who's gifted and a person who's skilled, or a person who's hoping to develop.
I feel like I'm always looking for spirituality in other people, and I like give the validation to other people's spiritual gifts, but it's hard for me to do that for myself.
Yeah, I just look.
And I feel like everything that you need is in yourself, but you have to like believe in yourself.
Yeah, like,
and that's hard for me to do.
But even the YouTube thing, like, you started a YouTube channel. It's like, you should do a YouTube channel. You could help a lot of people. It's like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like, if I start a YouTube channel because I think I'm great, then this might.
Even with your coaching, I was like, why don't you coach? And I think for you, you're such a giver. You didn't feel like you was helping people
if I made them pay for it.
Right, but you can't, like, you have to get something back energetically.
Yeah.
Whether that's money, whether that's like trading services, whatever, because you'll drain yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's an energy exchange.
Yeah. And also, I have a family.
And you're just like, I want to give this, I want to give. Yeah. And you still give. Like, I'd be like, hold on, that call was an hour. Why is it over 30 minutes? Yeah. And you're like, well, it ran long. Like, so you're always giving time.
She be watching the clock, and I don't watch the clock when I'm talking. And so a lot of times my calls will go an hour or 15
I'm like,
minutes.
He's supposed to be off the phone.
An hour, 20 minutes.
At 9. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So I'm terrible at watching the clock. Only, like, if you get the last call of the night, you got lucky, because I don't have to worry about being late for somebody else. But yeah, that was my biggest challenge, is making people pay for my time. So yeah, like I'm really shitty about time, but to that point, you know, that's how I had to separate it from myself. Is that people are paying for my time and they're paying for your time, and you lose my support during that time. The boys will drive your ass crazy during that time. Riley will terrorize during that time. And you know, you guys are having fun too. But it's just like the family loses me for the time I give to coaching, and so that's how I quantified it and like rationalized it in my mind. But if it was just me, if I was single, I probably would have had a YouTube channel and I'd probably been coaching for free or crumbs.
But I feel like dating coaching is cool, but when people end up talking to you, it goes way beyond dating coaching. It's about them. It's spiritual coaching. It's life coaching. Like, you've helped so many people who were suicidal. Like, it's mental health coaching, and it comes from a higher place. So they might have came to you based off maybe a relationship or dating situation, but they come back for the spiritual side of it. And I really think that's what you're supposed to be doing.
And that's why I always tell people I'm a coach until I drop dead. I'll always be available for that.
You're really supposed to be doing like coaching for other things, not
just like dating.
I think that's how it got started and how you discovered your gift, but
I think it's grown to...
You've kept the clients that you have for so many other reasons.
And so many years. I've been coaching some people for like 9 years, and we've just evolved. But it's the dating coaching was kind of the start.
It opened your gift.
It opened my gift, and I'm really grateful for it. But the calls, for anybody who needs coaching, man, like the calls don't just start and stop at dating coaching or relationship.
Life coaching, fitness coaching, spirit, like... there's a discernment there and a connection when you're talking to somebody and you give them what their spirit is looking for, and that's what makes them come back. For whatever reason, I can give them what their spirit is looking for. It's like feeding the spirit. And that's my purpose and intent on the calls. My intent isn't like, oh girl, I'll tell you if he likes you. Hey dude, let me tell you about how to get these. That's not what the goal is. The goal is healing, and healing through like self-awareness. And I feel like you've managed to keep your pricing at a good price.
I'm still,
you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them coaches was like 15 minutes, $200 or something crazy like that. Like, they're not trying to help nobody. They're not there for the right reasons.
You can also tell, like, you can look at the person's YouTube, look at the content these people put out, and you can tell that they don't give a damn, and they're not coaching. They're not trying to change lives. They're just trying to impress people with their ego, and they use their ego and their skills. They use their skills and sometimes their gifts, because God's gifts are without repentance. There's some gifted people who don't have the heart to love people from a real genuine place, and so there's some really gifted, very intellectually gifted and advanced individuals out here that have these platforms that aren't really doing this from a place of servitude and good Samaritanism, if that's a word. And so I really feel like that's
I was on a platform the other day, and I was looking at mediums and people who will like help coach you with your gifts, and a lot of people were talking about a lot of people were talking about like the best ones, and they were like all listing the ones that they felt like were good. This girl, she said she went over to like 1,000 different ones so she could like decipher which ones were good and which ones were not really that good. And like the ones that people were naming and things like that, they were like, these are the ones that you can tell because they really want to help people, and they always keep their prices affordable for other people because they want to help, they want to work in their gift. Or you can see other people's like $300 for 30 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
It's just.
I see. I know of a couple people who, again, gifted, but $600 for an hour. And maybe your time becomes valuable when you get busy. So I get that. But if I'm ever so busy that I got to charge you $300 to $600 to talk to me, then damn it, I don't need to be coaching.
But that wouldn't even be like.
If I got that much money, I'd rather just give you the time.
Right.
I don't need your money if I'm so busy.
And I think that's just we want to serve, we want to give, and I think that we both have that energy in common. Like, we really want to give back to people, and some people just don't. They have gifts, but They're not in it for like that reason.
The same reason, and that's okay.
Yeah,
everybody's
like,
not supposed to like
right.
my spiritual assignment is Good Samaritan. My spiritual assignment is to be the light in the dark room,
exactly,
and to show you the light, to help you find the light in your darkness. That's my assignment. That's how I feel. That's why it's so personal to me.
Even though like we have different gifts. Like, I guide people, I help people to sort their life out.
She guides me. Had she not guided me,
right.
hell, I wouldn't.
So like, you help people and I help people, but it's just in different ways.
Yeah. So
like, you help them sort out who they are. I help people sort out the physical things going on in their life.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's physical, the spiritual, the mechanical. You are mechanically gifted, spiritually gifted, intellectually gifted, physically. Like, you have all the gifts. That's your gift, is that you can do everything.
I can organize, I can ground you, I can help you figure out what to do first. I can help people like figure out where to go from like the start to finish, and really just help them organize.
You do really good at mapping out, like amazing at mapping stuff out, like creating a life plan or a trajectory for someone is just I don't know. So the point being, the boy hose is pissed so long.
And he's so loud with everything. The worst, like,
oh gosh,
everything. Like, come on, man.
Parenthood. We trying, you know. Good
Watch
gracious.
him slam that door. Watch him slam the door.
Slam it. Yep. See? Parenthood. Now, why don't you make more content, Kev? Hey, shit is busy over here. You're like, what time is it right now? 2:26.
Yeah.
And that's what we dealing with at 2:26. They about to finish this summer break. I can't wait. But
bedtime gonna be early.
But you know, to that point, I feel like you know, everybody has a gift, and sometimes it can feel like you don't have a gift.
It can be scary, like dipping your toes into that gift and believing it.
Yeah.
But like, me spiritually, I believe we all come from creation, and we've all been broken off from the same tree.
Yeah, like different branches and sticks from the same tree of life.
And we all have a piece of that.
Yeah. And everybody has a gift. You just have to discover
and it can be
it.
Scary.
And discovering it takes time. Like I said, I've told people, I can see people's gifts, and I've told people, man, this is your gift, and they're like, and they be 40 or 50 and have never had that realization, and then we go backwards, we work backwards from that discovery, and they realize that they've always been gifted. And to see somebody discover that, not that they're valuable, because everybody tells you that, but how they're valuable is life-changing. And I've been able to do that for a lot of people. Because it's
like taking like those glasses off and really seeing yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So anyway, we've run our mouth for a long time about
I hope this was valuable, and if you guys need any more guidance, Kevin also offers.
Oh yeah, I'm a terrible self-promoter again.
Life coaching, spiritual coaching.
Life coaching, I guess it's spiritual coaching. See, that's a thing.
It is a thing.
I've never said I offer spiritual coaching,
but it's a thing.
But
like,
it's a part.
It's guidance.
It's a part of what I'm doing ultimately.
Right.
So. KFIC.com, www.KFIC.com, if you want any coaching or need a conversation or want to talk about anything of substance in your life.
And if you don't want to talk, you can text.
Oh yeah, we have text message packaging too.
Right.
So www.KFIC.com. But thanks for watching this long ass video. We're essentially just having conversations that we would normally naturally have with each other, especially late at night. We just stay up talking, but we want to invite you guys into those conversations. That's what this channel is going to be about.
And if there's something that you guys want us to talk about, just drop it down below and we will get to it.
Yep. But until then, we'll get through the questions that we've been asked over the years and the questions that people have asked recently on my calls and things of that nature to build the content up. But if you want to join the conversation or create a conversation, put a question down below. Have a good night.
Good night.